Hello folks, welcome to Hwy929 iRacing. Tonight we're doing the Tuesday night series with the Apex This iRacing League. We're racing the Spec Racer Ford at Sonoma Raceway, and this is race 11 and 12 of season 21. Sonoma Raceway originally opened in 1968 under the name Sears Point Raceway. It had opened and closed several times and is now mostly known for NASCAR races. Tonight we're doing open wheel pre-2008 layout, which consists of 2.22 miles and 12 turns. This racetrack has lots of hairpin turns, some S's, some dropping sweepers. You have to be careful with your brakes or else you're going to lock up the rears and spin them out. I have not raced here in about 3 years since I was doing the Skippies, even before I was doing the FF 1600, but I am somewhat familiar with it and it is a fun racetrack. And here we are. Rolling start, green race flag, number 1, flag. And we have a green flag. I qualified in 13th place, had a good safe lap, then on my hot lap I got off track and it did not count.
Right side.
But considering I'm one of only 2 C licensed racers among a field of blue and green A and B licensed racers, I think 13th is pretty decent. First lap, of course I'll try to take it easy. Last thing I want to do is crash out or cause someone else to crash out. I'm right behind Craig Thompson in the purple livery car. Let's see how well I can keep up with him. About half a second behind. And then behind me is Aaron Sunday, followed by Gregory Ferment and Donald Menzing. Right now we're approaching turn number 7. Lots of lines. You can go really, really wide. You can see people going all over the place. I tend to go wide on this. That way I can get a good drive of acceleration. Yeah, and then turn 8 and 8A are kind of a faith turn. You just need to turn the wheel and slide and pray for the best. This one here is tricky, a little chicane, very narrow, not much room for passing. Easy to go off-road right here on the right-hand side if you go too far. I'm still able to kind of hang with the pack. Here's a very sharp hairpin.
Right side.
Again, lots of different turns, and I am not getting a good drive out of there. I don't know what Craig and some other people are doing. But yeah, he just gained a huge amount of time on that. Definitely a turn I need to work on.
1-4.
I see some dust up there.
Position 12 now.
Yeah, looks like someone went off. Who was it? Anthony Carbone went off track. Moved me up in the 12th place. I love the freebies, and then I follow in his footsteps and get my first off-track incident. And here, nope, that didn't get a second one, but thankfully no one really passed me.
On your right. Still there.
Gregory is trying, but I got the inside line. Nope, he made the pass. And I'm back in the 13th place. Let me see if I can hang with him for a bit. Craig Thompson has almost 3 seconds on me now. Those little off-roads really hurt me. Curbs on this track aren't too bad. Last time I raced the Spec Racer Ford, it was on a track that had big bumpy curbs, and if you hit one of those, it threw you off, and these here aren't too bad. Stadium is packed today. Look at that crowd, folks. I didn't plan on taking the inside line. I just wanted to make sure I didn't rear-end him. I wasn't trying to make a move. And sure enough, he gets a drive out of that turn. I definitely need to look at the lap times and see where I'm missing out on that turn.
Coming back pretty quick right now. I don't know what's wrong with him. Slow and coming backwards.
And Aaron is right on my butt in a black and white car. You can see him in my mirror.
Sorry guys, I lost it.
And Jonathan Cooper's went off, fell behind. And I just got another off track. Definitely need to work on that turn.
On your right. Still there.
And Aaron is trying to pass me up.
Clear.
Inside line this time. I think I'm able to
On your
handle
right.
it. Yep, I'm able to keep it. That was the same turn where Gregory passed me last time. Glad Aaron isn't taking chances like Gregory did.
Got one off the track in front of you. Slow on the right.
Yep, and there's someone.
Moving.
That was Roman Bykov. He's usually pretty darn quick in the Coors livery. I hardly ever get a chance to see him. He's typically one of the front runners up there with Brian Lemke and Corey and them. Maybe I'll see if I can learn some of his lines and see what he's doing. On the other hand, doesn't look like he's having a good day today, so maybe I shouldn't. Okay, he didn't get as much of a drive out of turn as some of the other drivers had.
47.237. That was your fastest lap position.
And right here, definitely kind of stick on the left so I can make that right. And Roman, I saw him kind of skidding left and right. Doesn't look like he's having a good day. And whoa, he kind of hit that curb and he hit the wall. And his body panels are flying off towards me. Alright, I'm slowing down in that turn quite a bit. Had too many off-road incidents. So I'm back to chasing Gregory, who's now 2.2 seconds ahead of me. And Aaron's still in my butt, about half a second behind me. And right here I'm looking for the red sign as a brake marker. And shift down into at least third. And this time I went in second. Try to get a good drive right there, get on the gas. And just hop this curb. As soon as you're done with that, yeah, I shouldn't really let off there. I could make it, but it's kind of a leap of faith. Brake way early on this one. Very easy to make mistakes. And now we have a long run to the hairpin at turn 11 and 12. And I went way too wide. You can hear my tires skidding.
Clear.
And I gave Aaron a chance, but he didn't take advantage of it. Check my mirrors, and he's still behind me.
46.599. That was your fastest lap position.
146 and a half. And I didn't get left far enough. Thankfully, it did not push me out. Kind of hit the curb on that, wasn't good. Yeah, I had to let off way too much on those. And another off track, yep. I saw that one coming. Had a couple bad turns leading up to that one, and it just got worse and worse until I got the off track. It's like once you mess up on one turn, it just gets worse. Still able to keep Aaron behind me. Not by much. And Gregory's increased his lead. He's keeping about almost 2 seconds in front of me. Greg Thompson's gained a huge amount. He is over 4 seconds ahead of me. Got to be really smooth through here. Try to get a drive, and I get another off track. That's up to 4 now, and we're only on lap 5.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.1.
Yeah, it looks like Gregory is pretty far away. Aaron had some mishap, and he's 3 seconds behind me now. So let's skip ahead a little bit.
039.
Let's move from this lap on to lap 7.
Slow ones in front of you. In front of you, in front of you, in front of you.
Alright, and looks like Craig messed up right there. Gregory was able to pass him, and Greg Thompson is now only 3 seconds ahead. Let's see if I can do anything with that. Maybe his tires are gone or something. Alright, under 3 seconds. But nope, he got a good drive out of the turn again. Yeah, that hairpin is really killing me. Should have practiced that a lot more.
0.652.
146, not a bad lap. Alright, so we're on lap 8 of about 11. And I think I'm kind of stuck between these people, with Craig being 3 seconds ahead and Anthony 7 behind me. So alright, let's jump up to lap 11.
Car in front, going off.
Craig is still 3 seconds ahead. Kind of getting some off-track time. Maybe that'll slow him down enough for me to catch up a little bit. And Aaron is way back there, 10 seconds behind me. Not a concern. Alright, I'm less than 3 seconds behind Craig. Slowly gaining some speed. Let's try putting in some nice fast laps. Let's power through these without really letting off much. Alright, about 2.5 seconds behind them. See if I can do the chicane here cleanly.
Keep going. There's an incident ahead.
And there's Gregory. He spun out. Alright, it moved me up to 10th place. Got another freebie.
White flag.
Last lap. White flag is coming out. Craig is 2.5 seconds ahead. He didn't gain much time out of that hairpin. I might be getting a little bit better at it.
46.67.
But yeah, 2.5 seconds. I don't think I can
You're doing exactly what you need to do.
chase him down on the last lap. Oh, maybe. 2 seconds. I gained about half a second on him in the last couple of turns. Maybe his tires are wearing out. And I got another off track, but I'm still within the 10 incident limit. So that might have been worth it, because now I'm only about 1.7 seconds behind. That off track actually kind of helped me a little bit. Long sweeping downhill left. Lots of throttle control, trying to keep it from spinning out and trying not to push the car off at the very end of that. And here we are coming into turn 7. I usually do pretty good in this. Yep, 1.3 seconds. Slowly catching up to him. See if I can get a good drive out of this. Had to correct the car a little bit. Looks like the leaders are finishing. They're having their congratulatory pep talk while I'm still racing. Alright, 1 second behind Craig.
That was fun.
Let's get a clean drive out of here, but we only have a couple of turns left.
Yeah, I was pushing with all I had just to stay ahead of you. Jeez.
Got the hairpin and then the drive to the finish line. And I'm 1 second behind them. And this is usually where he gains on me.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yep, and he just gained almost half a second. And that looks like it's it. 10th place for me. Couldn't catch up to Craig. It sure was fun chasing him down, though.
Now provide another down.
Checker flag.
Did you lose third? I think he was a new guy.
Definitely fun race.
Yeah, looks that way.
Can't complain
Good
about that.
Good work in here, guys. Spotters,
That's
good
fine.
job up there. Pace goes off. Good man, do your job.
And here we are, race number 2. And I'm starting in 10th place since that was my finish. And we have a green flag. Race is on. I'm taking it easy, and yep, sure enough,
Left side.
already got
Clear,
passed
clear,
by a
clear.
couple of people. Gregory Ferment and Jonathan Cooper both passed me up. Yeah, that's what I get for playing it safe sometimes.
Sorry.
On your right.
And here we are
Still there
behind
at your
Craig
door.
again.
You're clear.
And there's Roman. I'm not sure why he started from the back. Maybe he had some penalty. But it'd be interesting to watch him work his way through the pack. Maybe take some lessons. Hopefully he'll do better this race than last time where he hit the wall and sent body panels flying at me. And I'm down to 13th place, so that was my starting position in race number 1. And let's see, I got Aaron behind me again, the black and white car, and then Donald Mensing. Donald seems to be having a hard time today. He's, I believe, an A licensed racer with a good safety rating and everything, so I'm not sure why he's at the back of the pack. And Craig is about 1 second ahead of me. And looks like he's going to be battling with Gregory for a minute, just like in race number 1. This is almost a repeat of the previous race. Gregory and Craig, myself and Aaron. Alright, I was able to keep up with Craig on after the hairpin that time.
57.066.
157, not bad for a first lap. Let the tires warm up, and hopefully I can get a faster time on this lap. Hit my apexes decently, and I had to let off there. That wasn't clean, but at least I did not get an incident. Yeah, if I mess up on those turns and on 3 and 4, then 5 is shot. Nice wide sweeping turn, hit the apex nicely on the gas. Nope, had to let off. I thought I was going to push it out to the curb. Probably wouldn't have, but I got a bad habit of letting off. And that's why I'm not at the front. It'll be fun watching Craig and Gregory race each other. I'm getting much better at just holding full throttle through those turns. And there's not much of a brake marker right there. There's a little bit dip in the road. I'm using that as a brake marker. Not very consistent. I'm still keeping Craig about 1.5 seconds in front. Roman is not having much luck passing Thomas Wright.
.63.
And Aaron is about 2.5 seconds behind me. I missed what, he must have had an issue or something because it was right on my butt. Alright, we're on lap number 3. And so far I'm looking at 0 incidents. Huh, okay. Yeah, I love these long sweepers. So you really get to play with throttle and brake, and not very good at it, so ignore my throttle trace down at the bottom of the screen. And I'm kind of hoping that Craig and Gregory will kind of race each other, slow each other down, have to take bad lines and allow me to catch up. Aaron's made up a little bit of time. Looks like he's running much faster this race than he did last time. Ah, that cost me some time. Whenever you hear those tire squeals, that means you're going slow, and yep, that cost me about 0.5 second behind Craig. if I can get a decent drive out of here. Nah, he made up a couple tenths. And Aaron's catching up too. He's only 1.3 seconds behind me.
0.884.
And that was, oh, and there, yep, just like last time, Gregory spun out, and I'm behind Craig. So I'm up in 12th place, chasing down Craig. Aaron's riding my butt. Let's see if I can hold this. And let's skip a couple laps. Or part of a lap. So I got Craig 1 second behind me, less than 1 second.
3.2.
Aaron had some issue. He fell 3 seconds behind. Did not see what happened to him.
45.734.
Nice, I'm running 145s. Chasing down Craig. About half a second ahead of me. I just gotta make sure I keep running nice and clean. Don't make any mistakes. Put myself in his mirrors and hope that he messes up. There we go. And yep, he kind of went wide and off-road.
Still there. Clear.
Didn't accelerate, so I was able to pass him cleanly. Now let's see if I can keep this up. Another incident up ahead somewheres. Let's see, so now I got Thomas Wright about 5 seconds ahead of me. And Craig is on my butt. About 1 second. And of course I got messed it up. Let Craig pass me up.
Right side.
And here comes Aaron.
Clear.
Yep. And that spin gave me 2 incidents and I lost 2 positions. Cost me almost 3 seconds. Craig is now 2.6 ahead of me. And even worse, Aaron got ahead of me. I've always been able to keep him behind. He's a very safe driver and doesn't take many chances. And so a couple times he's tried passing me, but he's never had the lead, and he's always backed off when we've gotten to the turn. So props to him. And my tires are shot, and I'm locking them up. Yeah, this race is going to heck.
More laps to go.
Aaron is now 1 second ahead of me.
50.731.
Yeah, very slow lap. That spin really hurt me. And I was doing so good in the first race, no major mistakes. Now let's keep my head in the game and run some nice clean laps.
Left sector back.
See if I can keep Aaron in. Nope, and I go real wide on that. Yep, and that cost me about another second. So he's now 1.7 seconds ahead, and Craig is 3.5 seconds. I need to take it easy, let my tires recover a little bit. So we're on lap 6, so we're about halfway through the race. Yeah, it's 10 minutes out of a 20-minute race.
To go.
Yep, there we go, 10 minutes
Going
to
well.
go.
Keep at it.
Still plenty of time for me to catch up. But Aaron is running really good, almost 2 seconds ahead of me. Looks like he got some pace in the second race compared to the first one. Oh, and I was cut that one way too close. Got me another incident. At least I didn't black flag and get slowed down. So alright, so let me just run some nice clean laps. Try not to make any mistakes.
44.38.
Yep, leader's running 144, about a second or so faster than my last lap. And I'll just chase these people down and let's skip ahead a few laps.
47.064.
47, that's slow. Alright, so let's jump ahead to lap number 11.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
And I just ran a 145.2. So I was running nice fast laps just the way I needed to. Got Aaron and Craig within 2 seconds. But yeah, only a couple laps left. Really got hope for some mistakes to be made.
A little fixated on my car, Kevin.
Donald is 8 seconds behind me, not a factor. Aaron is just barely over a second, and Craig is within 2 seconds. So if they race each other and make a mistake, I still might have a chance to gain a position or two. If not, I'm looking at place number 13th, which was my starting position, my pole position in the first race.
Sector green.
Green sector, so I'm running pretty fast. Let's see, am I going to go full throttle in this? Nope, I let off. Cut a little bit too tight and was worried about jumping the curb. Ooh, and Craig just went cut. He might have slowed down, and that allowed Aaron to get past him. Good job on Aaron for passing Craig. And now Craig is 7/10 ahead, and we got the white flag lap, and I'm right behind them. So I got an opportunity to pass. Aaron being 1 second ahead, and Craig being 7/10.
45.607.
And I'm still running fast 145s, at least fast for me. Hope these guys push each other. Hope they make a mistake that I can take advantage of.
A brake check.
Nope, and oh man, rear end went out and I hit the wall. Looks like I was the one that made a mistake. I was pushing too hard, trying to catch up to them and seeing if I could take advantage of them, and I got damaged too.
You're losing on the car in front.
Yeah, it's last lap. Not too worried about the damage. There's no chance of me catching them anymore with the white flag lap. So let me just take it easy. Donald is 8 seconds behind me, so I can take it pretty easy. And looks like I'll be getting 13th place. Just gotta make sure I don't make any mistakes and spin and let Donald catch up to me. So it's gonna be like a little fast parade lap all the way to the finish line. And so the first race I got 10th. This race looks like I'll end up in 13th. But it sure was fun. It was a blast racing with Aaron and Craig, trying to chase them down. And just that spin cost me a couple positions. Otherwise, I think I might have been able to maintain at least 11th or so.
Get away with so many 0X's racing each other, but we do.
Yep, and the leader's already done.
Good racing, Kevin. Thank you.
They're having their congratulatory pep talk.
Nice job.
It was.
And here we go.
Tonight. You and Lindsay
Checkered
both
flag,
were
yay!
shoving that car in
Fun race, fun night.
Wasn't willing to. I don't know.
Wow, and look at the other seat driver, Joshua, up there getting first place.
Not an easy layout to run, that's for sure.
Good for him.
As good as you do for us week in and week out, buddy.
It worked out for you because I was too aggressive and I burnt up the tire.
Alright, results in race 1, got 10th place, so that was pretty decent. Can't complain about it. Strength of field was 1791, way above my rank. Let's see, Brian Lemke set the fast lap of 143. My fastest lap was 146 and a half, about 3 seconds slower. But yeah, started in 13th place and finished 10th. Not too bad. There was a pretty decent sized field, 17, 1 disqualified, 1 disconnected. But yeah, still very good race 1. And then in the feature race, since I finished 10th, I started in 10th place. And I did have a spin, and that cost me a couple positions, and I was not able to make up for that. I did run a faster fast lap of 145.2. Fast lap was set by a guy behind me, 143. I'm not sure why he ended back there. Must have pitted or something. Let's see, he only had, oh yeah, he had 11 incidents. So after 10 incidents, you have to go and do a drive through the pits. So that's what happened to him right there. He got 11, even though he set the fastest lap, he ended up finishing behind me because the drive through the pits put him behind me. And yeah, 3 people I guess didn't start or didn't start the second race or disconnected during the race. But yeah, 10th place, 212, should have been the 10th. But yeah, a spin cost me that one. But overall, it was a very fun race. I've been at this track in ages, since Skippy days. But it was fun.